Have you ever felt a current of energy within you? A deep, foundational power that hums beneath the surface of your thoughts and actions. Society has taught you to label this energy in one way, as a fleeting desire, a biological impulse. But what if that is a profound misunderstanding? What if you were told that this very force, often suppressed or squandered, is the raw material of creation itself? The lifeblood of wealth, the blueprint of prosperity, the fire that forges destiny. The most ancient teachings don't speak of this energy as something to be feared or wasted. They speak of it as a sacred treasure. It is the very same energy that fuels empires, paints masterpieces, and brings forth life-changing innovations. It is your inherent wealth. Today, we will not be talking about secrets. We will be discussing timeless truths. We will journey through the 7 timeless principles for transforming this potent life force from a scattered impulse into a directed, magnetic current that attracts abundance into every corner of your life. This is the path to becoming the conscious architect of your reality, and your journey begins with a declaration, a simple, powerful recognition of what is already yours. In the comments below, I invite you to type these 5 simple words, me-energy teach. Type it, feel it, and claim it. For in this recognition, the transformation has already begun. Before we walk through the first gate on this path, I want to extend a deeper invitation. If this way of seeing the world, this inner exploration, resonates with the deepest part of you, consider this your home. This is more than a channel. It is a community of individuals dedicated to living a life of profound awareness and purpose. By subscribing, you are not just watching videos, you are joining a collective current of transformation. You are signaling to the universe and to yourself that you are ready. So take a moment now, join our community, and let's begin this journey together. The first principle, the sacred reservoir mastering containment. You wake up and immediately your energy begins to leak. You check your phone and 100 tiny streams flow out toward other people's dramas, news headlines, and endless feeds. You engage in idle gossip, and a significant flow is diverted into words that build nothing. You worry about a future that hasn't happened or regret a past you cannot change, and the reservoir drains further. By midday, you feel depleted, scattered, and wonder why you lack the focus to pursue your true goals. This is the state of a leaking vessel. Ancient wisdom teaches us that your life force energy is like a finite, precious body of water. To build anything of significance, a business, a healthy body, a loving relationship, or financial freedom, you must first have a full reservoir. You cannot irrigate a vast garden with a few drops of water. Yet, this is what most people attempt to do every single day. Mastering containment is not about suppression. It is not about becoming a joyless ascetic. It is the conscious and deliberate art of patching the leaks. It is choosing where your attention flows, because where your attention goes, your life force energy follows. When you feel the urge to endlessly scroll, you consciously pause and redirect that impulse back into a project that serves you. When you are tempted to speak ill of another, you hold that energy within, allowing it to purify, knowing that words carry immense power. When you sit in silence for just 5 minutes instead of turning on the television, you are not doing nothing. You are doing the most important work. You are gathering your power. You are allowing your inner reservoir to fill, to become calm, clear, and potent. Wealth and prosperity are not drawn to scattered, chaotic energy. They are drawn to a calm, deep, and commanding presence. That presence is born from containment. You cannot fill a cup that is full of holes. Your first task on the path to true abundance is to become a sacred, whole vessel. The second principle, the inner alchemist mastering transmutation. Think of a moment you felt a powerful surge of raw emotion. It could be intense desire, deep frustration, or even anger. The energy is undeniable. It's hot, chaotic, and it demands expression. For most, this energy either erupts in a destructive way or is pushed down into the shadows of the psyche, where it festers. But the masters of life, the true alchemists, understood a profound truth: energy is just energy. It is neither good nor bad. It is raw, undifferentiated power. That same fiery energy that can lead to a moment of rage is the very same energy that can fuel a decade of relentless focus to build a global company. The intense yearning you might feel is the same power that, when channeled, can create a work of art that moves the souls of millions. This is the principle of transmutation. It is the practice of taking the base metal of your raw, primal impulses and alchemically transforming it into the gold of higher creative expression, spiritual insight, and tangible worldly success. How is this done? Through conscious direction. When you feel a powerful surge, instead of reacting impulsively, you learn to sit with it. You breathe into it. You acknowledge its power without judgment. Then you give it a new purpose. You say to this energy, you will not be wasted on a fleeting argument. You will not be squandered on a momentary indulgence. You will become the foundation of my next book. You will be the fuel for my workout. You will power the difficult conversation I must have to grow my business. You are an alchemical furnace. You are designed to handle this fire. The mistake is not in feeling the intensity. The mistake is in believing you are a victim to it. Nature itself is the ultimate alchemist. A tiny seed under immense pressure transforms into a towering tree. A lump of carbon, under the right conditions, becomes a diamond. You are no different. The pressures and passions within you are not curses. They are the raw materials for your greatness. You are not here to suppress your inner fire. You are here to build a forge and direct its flame toward the heavens. The third principle, the river of intention mastering direction. Imagine a powerful river with no banks. What does it become? A swamp, a stagnant, sprawling marshland where energy dissipates and life decays. Now, imagine that same powerful river, guided by strong, well-defined banks. It carves canyons, generates immense power, and travels thousands of miles to merge with the vast ocean. Your sexual and creative energy is this river. Your intention provides the banks. Without clear, focused intention, this magnificent power within you becomes a swamp of distraction, fantasy, and unfulfilled potential. It scatters in 1,000 different directions, achieving nothing of lasting value. You may feel a lot of internal activity, but it produces no external results. Mastering direction is the art of giving your energy a singular, worthy purpose. It is the difference between daydreaming about wealth and creating a detailed, actionable financial plan. It's the difference between vaguely wanting to be healthy and committing to a specific regimen of diet and exercise. Intention is the conscious act of telling your energy where to go. This requires clarity. You must sit down, away from all distractions, and ask yourself the deepest questions. What do I truly want to create in this life? Not what society tells me to want, not what my parents wanted for me, but what my soul yearns to bring into existence. Write it down. Make it so clear that it becomes a lighthouse in the storm of daily life. Once your intention is set, your daily choices become simpler. For any action, you ask, does this serve my intention? Does this align with the banks of my river? Or does this divert its flow into the swamp? Gossiping about a coworker does not serve the intention of building a prosperous business. Binge watching a meaningless show does not serve the intention of writing a novel. When you channel your immense creative force into the vessel of a single, powerful intention, you become unstoppable. The universe conspires to support a focused current. Opportunities appear, the right people are drawn to you, and obstacles are worn down over time, just as a river carves through solid rock. Abundance is not an accident, it is the natural destination of a well-directed river. The fourth principle, the harmonic heart mastering resonance. You can have a full reservoir of energy and a clear intention, but if the emotional frequency you are broadcasting is one of fear, lack, or desperation, you create a fundamental conflict. It's like trying to drive a car with one foot on the accelerator and the other slammed on the brake. The engine roars, energy is consumed, but you go nowhere. The heart is the primary generator of your energetic field. The emotions you cultivate, gratitude, joy, love, trust, are not just pleasant feelings. From a space of deep awareness, we find that they are measurable magnetic frequencies. Abundance, prosperity, and loving relationships exist at a high vibrational frequency. The feelings of scarcity, jealousy, and anxiety exist at a low frequency. The laws of nature itself reveal that like attracts like, mastering resonance is about consciously tuning your inner state to match the frequency of the reality you wish to attract. Your creative energy will always be amplified by your dominant emotional state. If your energy is filtered through a lens of, "I'm not worthy," it will manifest experiences that confirm that belief. If that same powerful energy is filtered through a lens of, "I am a magnet for opportunity and success," it will organize reality to present you with evidence of that truth. This is why a practice of gratitude is not a platitude. It is a profound energetic technology. When you start your day by genuinely feeling gratitude for what you already have, for the air you breathe, the body that carries you, the small joys in your life, you are tuning your instrument. You are calibrating your energetic signature to the frequency of enoughness, which is the very soil from which true more-ness grows. When you pursue your goals not from a place of desperate need, but from a place of joyful, creative play, you align your energy with the harmonic of success. Don't chase wealth because you are terrified of poverty. Attract wealth because you love the game of creation, the joy of providing value, and the freedom it affords you and others. Your creative life force, married to the high-frequency emotions of the heart, becomes the most potent magnetic force in the universe. The fifth principle, the grounding cord, mastering embodiment energy that is not grounded is just a dream. You can have a powerful vision, feel immense inspiration, and vibrate with positive emotion, but if that energy is not translated into physical action in the real world, it remains trapped in the realm of potential. It becomes spiritual bypassing, feeling good without creating good. The physical world is the testing ground. It is the soil where the seeds of your intention and energy must be planted. Mastering embodiment is about taking the potent, non-physical energy you have cultivated and channeling it through your hands, your voice, and your actions. Prosperity is not built in meditation alone. It is built through phone calls, through building websites, through creating products, through serving clients. This principle asks you to fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. It requires you to see every mundane task as a sacred act of grounding your higher vision. When you make that sales call, you are not just making a call, you are infusing your creative energy into the world. When you are organizing your finances, you are not just doing a budget, you are creating a physical structure to welcome and manage abundance. Your body is the ultimate tool for this. When you exercise, eat nourishing food, and get proper rest, you are not just maintaining your health. You are strengthening the physical vessel through which your creative energy must flow. A weak, neglected body cannot sustain a high-intensity energetic current. This is why a path to wealth that destroys your health is a fool's bargain. You are breaking the very instrument of creation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or for inspiration to strike like lightning. The lightning is already within you. The work is to connect that energy to the earth through consistent, focused, deliberate action. Write one sentence, send one email, lift one weight. Each small, embodied action is a declaration to the universe that you are serious. And the universe responds not to your dreams, but to your actions. The sixth principle, the open circuit, mastering circulation. In nature, anything that hoards becomes stagnant. A pond with no outlet becomes a breeding ground for decay. A tree that does not release its seeds has no future. Wealth, in its truest sense, is not a noun, it is a verb. It is a current, not a stagnant pool. It is meant to flow to you and enough through you. The ego believes that wealth is about accumulation. It operates from a mindset of scarcity, desperately trying to cling to every dollar, every opportunity, every advantage. This clenching, fearful energy actually constricts the very channels through which abundance flows. Mastering circulation is about understanding the profound truth that you must give to receive. It is about becoming a generous and open conduit for value, trust, and energy. When you share your knowledge freely, when you give an honest compliment, when you deliver on your promise, when you are a generous tipper, when you support the work of others, you are not losing something. You are opening your circuit. You are telling the universe that you trust in its infinite supply, and you are acting as a willing participant in its flow. Money is simply a symbol of this energy exchange. It is a representation of value created and circulated. When you become obsessed with hoarding the symbol, you forget the underlying principle. The goal is to focus on creating and giving immense value. As you become a powerful source of value for others, the returning current of prosperity is a natural law. It cannot be otherwise. Examine your life for any areas where you are hoarding. Are you hoarding knowledge out of fear someone will steal your ideas? Are you hoarding affection? Are you hoarding your money with a white-knuckled grip born of terror? Let it go. Exhale. Allow the energy to move. Pay your bills with gratitude, not resentment, for the services you received. Invest in yourself and others with joy. Become a fountain, not a drain. For it is in the nature of a fountain that the more it gives away, the more it is resupplied from the infinite source beneath it. The seventh principle, the gracious harvest, mastering receptivity. After all this work, after containing, transmuting, directing, harmonizing, grounding, and circulating your energy, the final and perhaps most challenging principle is to simply receive. You have planted the seeds, tended the soil, and watered the garden. Now you must allow the harvest to come in. This may sound simple, but it is where so many self-sabotage. Someone gives you a powerful compliment and you deflect it. A major opportunity lands in your lap and your first thought is, I don't deserve this, or what's the catch? The universe presents you with the very abundance you have asked for, and you close the door out of a deep-seated feeling of unworthiness. Mastering receptivity is the art of expanding your capacity to accept the good. It is about healing the old wounds and rewriting the inner stories that tell you that you are not enough, that you are not worthy of ease, joy, and immense prosperity. It is about learning to say a simple and profound thank you to the universe when its gifts arrive, without apology or self-diminishment. Receptivity is an active state of graceful openness. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you have done the inner and outer work. It is trusting the process. When you feel worthy, you are not arrogant. You are simply in alignment with the truth that you are a creator, a spark of the divine, and deserving of the fruits of your focused energy. Look at your life today. When good things happen, do you fully embrace them? Or do you immediately start worrying about when they will be taken away? Practice receiving small things first. When someone offers to buy you a coffee, accept graciously. When you find $1 on the street, see it as a wink from the universe and receive it with thanks. By practicing receptivity in the small things, you expand your container to hold the great things. You are signaling that you are a safe and welcoming harbor for abundance. You are completing the circuit. For the creative life force is a dual current. It is the power to give form, and it is the grace to receive the bounty that returns. So we have journeyed through the 7 principles, the sacred reservoir, the inner alchemist, the river of intention, the harmonic heart, the grounding cord, the open circuit, and the gracious harvest. This is not a set of rules, but a map of consciousness. This profound energy within you is your birthright. It is the greatest capital you will ever possess. It is the raw clay from which you will sculpt your life. Do not squander it. Do not fear it. Learn to honor it, to cultivate it, and to direct it with wisdom and love. The world does not need a lesser, depleted version of you, playing small to fit in. The world is starving for the full, magnificent force of your awakened creativity, your unwavering presence, and your generous light. If you are ready to make a deep commitment to this path, to honoring the sacred, creative power that flows through you, then your journey with us is only just beginning. Subscribing to this channel is more than clicking a button. Let it be a conscious vow to yourself A promise to no longer live as a leaking vessel, but to become the master architect of your abundant reality. Subscribe and continue the walk with us. Honor your energy, create your world,